What's going on, everybody? I am back with another Prizepicks WNBA player props video. This one going to be breaking it down, giving you guys two picks that you win some money over here on Prizepicks in the WNBA tonight. If you have not checked out Prizepicks, would highly recommend you check them out. It is a player props website and app where you can win money off of picking the over and under on things like players' points, rebounds, assists, fantasy score, etc. Go ahead and use that promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit up to $100 today. Again, that is code KJK DFS. Go to lock that in, get that free money offer, and start winning some money over here on Prizepicks with these picks today. And if you are going to be very serious, I do offer premium content packages. That's going to be linked below in the description. That'll give you access to my Discord, all my picks, all sports, all apps. If you do, check out the VIP member package. If you're just looking to access one sport, one app, Prizepicks are Underdog. We got the MLB and the WNBA going on right now. You can check out those. And if you enjoyed this content, it would be greatly appreciated if you hit that like button, subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. It is free. It takes 2 seconds to do. It does greatly help me out, and I'll be helping you guys out with these videos for free all WNBA season long. Let's see if we can get this thing up to 100 likes, and let's get into the picks that I do like today. Got two for you. Got one from each game, so we will go ahead and break it down. So the first game I'd like to discuss is going to be the New York Liberty taking on the Atlanta Dream. This game comes in with a 171.5 over under, a nice heavy total. 8-point spread in favor of the New York Liberty. So not a terrible spread, but the New York Liberty are expected to kind of win this one with a little bit of ease, I will say. And the first player that I would like to discuss for them is going to be Miss Breanna Stewart at the center position for this New York Liberty team. If you have not heard of her, she is a fantastic player, and she gets a fantastic matchup today, taking on the Atlanta Dream. That when we're breaking down how they fare on the season, they are number one in the entire WNBA in pace, with the 101.75 pace metric. So they've been playing at a very fast rate, which does not hurt our feelings because it should be a nice pace-up matchup for the New York Liberty, who come in with a 97.48 pace metric, sixth in the entire NBA, or WNBA, I should say. So going to be more pace to be had for the New York Liberty, which obviously should give more opportunity to Breanna Stewart, who is an absolute fantasy point per minute beast. And when you look at the expected score for the New York Liberty, they lead the entire slate tonight with an 89 expected score. Once again, expected to put up a lot of points. They're second in the entire WNBA in offensive efficiency. And when we're looking at defensive efficiency as far as in the league, the Atlanta Dream are seventh, so right in the middle of the pack. Breanna Stewart, fantasy point per minute, absolutely phenomenal in every single category. 15.5 field goals attempted per game. Shoots 50% from the field. Shoots 41.1% from beyond the arc. 85% from the free throw line. She's also good for getting a ton of blocks and steals. 18% total rebound metric on her team. She's got a 21.7% assist metric. Those blocks and steals really do add up her fantasy score. 5.1% block metrics. So you can make an argument that there's a little bit of a concern for a blowout in this game. However, if there is going to be a blowout, it's going to be coming from the great play of Breanna Stewart. And it is for this reason that I do want to be talking about her WNBA first half. We'll just pull up her game logs. I always like to give you guys a little bit of a visual about how she's getting the job done, so you can kind of see the statistics within. I'm already giving you all the metrics, but 14 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, 28 points last time out. 13 rebounds, 6 assists, 4 blocks, 1 steal. You can see 3 blocks, 1 steal, 4 blocks, 1 steal. So she's really, really good for the blocks and steals, and she does it in every other category, not to mention she's going to play in the mid to upper 30s. And when you look at the first half prop on Prizepicks, 27.5 fantasy score. Really do like this one. She's cleared this in 4 of the last 5. It's no surprise to me. With the minutes that she plays, really the only thing that's going to hold her back is possibly not playing in the second half because of the blowout. But you can see she's averaging 33.4 fantasy points in the first half over the last 5. That is no fluke. We just went over all the different things that she's good at. The blocks, rebounding, scoring. She can dish out those assists, but the blocks and steals add up so quickly in this fantasy scoring format for you guys. You get 3 for every single one of those. So you can make an argument for her PRA as well. She's been doing very well in that category, the 20.5. But the reason I do prefer the fantasy is because of that block and steal upside, like I discussed. I mean, even if she has somewhat of a not so good first half for Breanna Stewart, she's going to have a good first half regardless, in my opinion. She's Breanna Stewart, but you get what I'm saying. Let's say she goes out there and puts up like 20 PRA at that 20.5 point line. There's a good chance if she gets 2 blocks, 2 or 3 blocks and steals in the first half, she's going to clear this fantasy score prop. So I love this one for pick number 1 here. We're going with the first half over 27.5 fantasy score here for Breanna Stewart. Just talk about it. It's a nice pace-up matchup for her. Her ability to contribute in all these different categories in the fantasy scoring department is really, really impressive. And I do think she continues to do that in a big pace-up matchup against the Atlanta Dream Team tonight. So that's going to be pick number 1 here. And then pick number 2, we will go ahead and break it down, like I said, from this second game. Let's talk about what I have in that one. It's going to be the Dallas Wings taking on the Los Angeles Sparks. Comes with a 163 over under 1.5 point spread in favor of the Dallas Wings. So is expected to stay close. Decently paced game here once again. And we once again have another very high usage player tonight. Very good player in Wnba. I have been talking about the 2 players in this video that we're discussing here pretty frequently throughout the season, but for good reason. They're both really, really good. We talk about the minutes per game for Wnba. 32.8 minutes per game. She's shooting 51.3% from the field, 5.5 free throws attempts per game, where she shoots 86% from the line. We're talking about an 18.1% rebounding metric, a 22% assist metric. Pretty solid in the steals and blocks as well as she, 2.2 and 2.1. But for me, 26.1% usage rate and not being quite as efficient in those steals and blocks. I do have a lot of interest in her PRA. We'll talk about the daily matchup info here as far as the Los Angeles Sparks taking on Dallas. Dallas is second in the WNBA in pace with a 101.1 pace metric. So once again, a big pace-up matchup for the Sparks, who actually ranked dead last in the league, 10th in the WNBA in pace. So we talked about that pace-up matchup for Breanna Stewart. The same story can be said here for Wnba. Big pace-up matchup. And then when we talk about the expected score for the Sparks, they come in last in the slate with an 81 expected score, but the defensive efficiency as far as their opponent is concerned here for Dallas, and they are 10th in the entire league in defensive efficiency. So talking about some really good things here for Wnba. Talked about the pace-up matchup. Talked about her ability to produce in every single category. Her minutes have been up. Her usage has been up. I know we talked about a little bit her minutes being down to start the season. In a previous video that I made, her minutes are officially up. And I once again do have interest in a first half prop, and it's going to be her PRA prop. We'll pull up her game logs as far as how she has been doing here on the season. Last time out, 33 minutes, 9 rebounds, 2 assists, 20 points time prior, 15 rebounds, 5 assists, 19 points time prior, 5, 7, and 8, 10, 2, and 20, 8, 3, and 27. So you can see how she does it in every single category as far as the PRA prop is concerned. And we once again have some pretty impressive numbers for her in the first half here as of late. 16.5 PRA. She's cleared this in 4 of the last 5. And you can make an argument for her fantasy score, but once again, I think there's more of a bigger difference. Talk about the difference in the PRA and the fantasy for Breanna Stewart. If we pull up the fantasy score here for Wnba, she's cleared this in 3 of the last 5. She's just barely been scratching that out as far as clearing the prop. And once again, 20.5 and the 16.5 PRA, I do think is a pretty big difference. And like I said, not as much of an impressive rate in the block and steal category like we discussed with Breanna Stewart. So I do lean PRA here for her. I do lean fantasy score for Breanna Stewart in the first half. Do think you can make an argument for both props, but just explaining my reasoning. But she's put up 18, 18, 20, 20, 10 in that one bad game against Minnesota. 17.2 over her last 5 in the first half of the PRA. I think this is a phenomenal prop to be going out and targeting. Once again, we got a pace-up matchup. That pace should allow for more opportunities, more possessions to be condensed in this first half. Always a great thing when a player is facing an opponent that plays at a much faster pace than their side does. So that'll be pick number 2. We're going with the over 16.5 PRA first half for Wnba, and that will be my 2 picks to get you win some money over here on Prizepicks in the WNBA tonight, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future content that I upload. Once again, the premium content is linked below in the description if you're looking for more picks, more content from me. And you can use the promo code KJK DFS to receive an instant match on your first deposit if you're signing up for Prizepicks today. Wishing you guys all the best of luck on your Prizepicks WNBA player props tonight, and we will see you in the next one.